I think our land smashing is working a little bit better. Fear Chubbs, is any interest in Immortal Phoenix Rising? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a good enough hand to me. Yeah, I've actually heard that Immortals Phoenix Rising is the best of the recent slew of open world games that just popped out. Surprise, friend. Gabriel Helchus says, how is the Scoot Swarm deck? Can I have a code if it's fine? If you want any of my decks, just go to day9.tv and click on decks at the top, and you'll get everything that I've played on stream. But it was fucking terrible, and we lost every single game without exception. Healing. Alright, looks like one of these Sultai Soul guys. Get some Sweltering Suns we can cycle. Take anything you want, Rainhawk. Alright, here we go, cycling. Alright, look, we're right back to where we started. It's perfect. Alright. This man has no idea what my deck's about. Oh yeah, that is absolutely certain. And look how much damage I've already taken. This is fantastic. Nessa who shakes the world. Probably not. I probably need something a little bit juicier than that.
Witness the ties that bind us all. Be wary of the ground you walk on.
I meant to do the scrying at the end step, but that's okay. Let's just kill this. Poke this. Isn't that a keep? Why would the Storm's Wrath be a keep? What we really want is an extinction event.
Cease this aggression.
That's the juicy one. Damage to Nissa and land. Well, we can't kill Nissa that way. And we already have a tool to kill lands, so it kind of feels like getting something I already have. Oh, we don't want that. Wouldn't it just be amazing to get that extinction event right off the top? Wouldn't that just be something special? Well, probably not. Well, shuts down the Urus. We wouldn't have enough mana to double damage. We'd have enough mana to do it at 5.
The land shall conquer you.
So we'd have 7 damage availables. Don't want to take that? Oh, yeah. Well... Well... feel like there's going to be an Aether Gust that's going to kill me. Yeah. Rats. Rats, rats, rats. You know, what can you do? Alright, our goal today is to hit, excuse me, our goal today is to hit Platinum 3. We have the Abrades to kill this. Good. A little board and decision. Can't wait to kill this asshole too, man. Man. Meow, wow. Alright, scrap people's crown. That's totally fine. Alright. Looking for red lands. Easy. Doing it now. No weapon break is an incredible thing. You know, I'm sort of on the fence on the fact that Breath of the Wild breaks your shit. I'm kind of genuinely on the fence about that. Because I think that intuitively we all go, oh my god, weapon breaking. What possibly good could come out of this? Ugh. Just let me use my weapon. I think that the game actually gets a lot of gameplay out of that. That they would not have normally gotten. I sort of think that it's a bit of a ham-fisted way. Great. Terrific. Fantastic. I think it feels very ham-fisted, but here's the thing. Yeah, absolutely. Let's love it. I think I actually activate Storm's Wrath here because Sweltering Suns has cycling. So good. Kaboom. But yeah, I mean, I think that... I mean, here's something that I know to be the case from other games and their talks about, like, what worked and what didn't, yada yada. Which is that, like, if you give a player a bunch of tools and you try to design a whole bunch of tools that have interesting, cool, meaningful gameplay to them, you have to be very careful to be able to make sure that the player actually does use those interesting things that you designed, or it will feel like your game is boring. So, I'm going to use The Last of Us as a really nice example of this. In The Last of Us, there is stealth and sneaking. There is combat with guns, just like aiming and shooting. And then there is a whole bunch of random items, like bricks that you can throw at people and shit. Which, by the way, is the best weapon in the game. You got it. Let's do this one first. Like this. It's pretty cool. I want to get mine to enter the battlefield. So, in The Last of Us, it has these I'm just going to roughly call them the three things of stealth, picking things off, direct gun combat, and then this sort of like item combat. I talked about this in Cyberpunk. The number of times that I play a game that has a stealth mechanic that doesn't matter. Like, this was happening in Cyberpunk. I'd sneak around, and then someone would spot me, and I'd go, well, alright, and I would just shoot the other 15, thereby making the stealth fully irrelevant. Last of Us did a really good job of carefully managing when which thing was scarce. So you would literally run out of bullets, and you'd be forced to sneak. And then you would be in a situation where you would be spotted, and... Let me do this. You'd be spotted, and you wouldn't have any bullets, and then you'd have to use an item. And it would be kind of interesting. And what wound up happening is that in that game, I felt like there was a lot of cool moments that emerged of me hitting someone with a brick, or like running out of bullets and not being able to kill the big dude, but like sneaking away from the big dude. I mean, it just felt really cool. If you don't force the players to use the other things, they're going to get stuck in their ruts. And so I can completely imagine in Breath of the Wild, they spent all this effort making the world insanely dynamic and reactive, and all these different ways that you could use this item or that item to, you know, smack the dude a certain distance and he would bounce off, and because they had this modifier to it, would catch fire and all this stuff. You know, I think that's really cool. And I think the only way, I bet you that in testing they probably found... Sucks. I bet you that in testing they probably found that players just would not interact with those systems at all. Unless they forced them to. And I think that, like, what one person might say is, I think a more ideal solution would have been, what happens when another creature in the battlefield and you control, you put counters on it. Okay. I can fully imagine someone saying, okay, that's cool, but, you know, I think that in an ideal world, what you would actually do is you would teach the player to use 12 different items, let them realize how powerful the items are, and then they can opt into that themselves. There are games where this has been the case, and it has worked. And everything's less than 4. There are games where this has been the case. Notably, a lot of strategy games that are multiplayer, that, you know, you're supposed to go to the wiki to figure a bunch of stuff out. But sometimes, I think it's okay to just use a hammer. It's a super guarantee. And I think that's probably why they did it. They probably were trying a whole bunch of cute mechanisms. They probably just were like, all right, dude, just screw it. Just make the player do it. Just make him do it. Great. got him. And I'm gonna argue that the breaking, as annoying as it is, was probably super necessary in a lot of ways for them. I have a sensation that I will probably be the only person that would aggressively say, yeah, I bet it's actually probably necessary. Even though I probably would be the first person to be like, this sucks, I'm gonna complain about it, this fucking blows. Hate it so much. I bet you it's way more important than any of us even realize. That's what I think. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna start ghost quartering. Bring it on. Blow up your shit. Doesn't get the black mana. Okay. Going to 1. No problem. Easy. Yeah. Oh. Whew, yes. Oh, there it is. Bam. And then let's nuke this one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is gonna feel great. No, it's not. Alright, we can draw that. Okay, well, you're a turn late. Oh, that's so good. Let this be a lesson to you. I don't know what the lesson is, but let it be that. I mean, I think that, like, really, just having the land destruction at the top end was it. Our dog got a little scrapey. I guess we'll do this and find some good stuff. Oh, Crawling Barrens is that's a pretty cool card. But we gotta do this now. All right. Let's get this one right here. Okay. Alright. I wonder what this is going to be like on mobile. Truly, ideally. Oh, nice. Dude, these Abrades are turning out, like, terrific. God, I forgot how excellent Haphazard Bombardments are, man. We're winning. We're winning again. feels terrific. Alright. Is this enough? I really think these Radiant Fountain ads are terrific. Oh, I can't believe we're winning again. This is nice. Moo says, have you ever tried land destruction deck with Crucible of Worlds and Field of Ruin? It doesn't always work, but when it does, it's amazing. Not only have I done that, we are running 2 Crucible of Worlds with better land destruction than Field of Ruins. It's already in the list. You can see I have a Ghost Quarter in the hand. What, greens? What? What? Shimmer of possibility. Alright, so Glasspool Mimic immediately implies that there's some janky shit going on. Shimmer of Possibility implies that there's someone who's really trying hard to find some tools to get the good shit going. You know what I'm saying? Seems good. Now, what could this be, I think? Could be some sort of weird... Oh my god, I mean, this Ghost Quarter might actually just pop off. Uh-oh. Did I just get neoformed? What now, greens? I feel like land destruction is going to be very high value against this bastard. This feels like it's going to be important to disrupt this combo. I've seen this combo with red. I've never seen it without red. Oh. Why the black, then? Well, so the mistake that we made was we needed to wait until all the way when they got the haster out, but when I see no red at all, yeah, when I see no red at all, I just assumed that it was not the Neoform combo. Well, at least we had an answer to it. At least we had an answer to it. Fuck. This Land Smash deck is actually way more fun than the Scoot Swarm deck. I'm still baffled as to what all the black mana was about. Because the problem that that deck runs into is, like, just huge spikes of inconsistency and, like, do-nothingness. And that's why you wind up including... Yeah, sure. This goes, huh? That's why I wind up including so much consistency gainers. What happens if you destroyed the Stormcaller immediately? I literally don't have an opportunity to. Because what happens is when you cast a creature, I get a chance to respond to my own cast, and then when I don't, priorities to the opponent, so then the opponent has the ability to respond to my cast, then the creature lands on the battlefield, and now it's my priority again. So I now have the ability to do stuff. And what is the stuff that I wish to do? I'm going to cast Neoform. Nope. Which is, you know, sacks a thing. Don't do this. Probably going to be cycling this. Nissa's fine. Oh, nice. No Nissa. Cool. Ooh, I love the cycling on Sweltering Suns. This is good shit. Cease, what are you doing? Cece keeps digging at the sofa. We normally have a blanket down. Turn, is it its end turn? Okay, it's here. So normally we have a blanket down and she kind of like... She likes to dig at it. Does Cece want to be on camera? Cece just doesn't really want to be on camera. She doesn't really jump up. Terrific. Oh, this is going to be fantastic.
Strange and magnificent world. The land fights for us.
Alright, this is one dead player. You know, I only need one. Well, let's go ahead and burn one of these. Let's destroy... Where's the... Yeah, this is the one that we want. Let's auto-pay that. Bam. Now, this could have been Aether Gusted. But then it would just go on the top of the deck, which is fine. Perfect. Everything is going grandly. Oh yeah, I'm going to use this now. I want to try to see if I can get some more land down. Alright. Oh, I already used my land. Great. Man says, do you have any favorite books or resources on game design? I mean, I really think the biggest thing is making games. You should just start making games if you want to actually get into design. And I mean, in that context, I can recommend some literature. Sure, anything you want. I can recommend some literature about, you know, some stuff that can support, but this isn't exactly what you were saying, Z Magnus, but I mean, whenever someone says, how do I get into game design? Like, what should I read? Part of me is like, you know, honestly, it's like asking what are good resources to get into painting, but I don't want to buy a canvas. I really don't want to actually have to do any painting. And in that vein, oh yeah, oh, Crawling Barrens, oh, very nice. I think that I'm just going to smash this for 4. I mean... There. So I think in that vein, if you want to start getting into the design of things, I think one really good thing to do is to take an existing simple board game. And when I say simple board game, I mean like a board game for kids that are like 5 years old. Like, don't be like, well, I think Sutter's a katana symbol. No, just do something really, really basic. Crawling Barrens. Let's do this. So, the first one I ever worked on was a game called Up the River, which is a game about being fish trying to swim up a river, and you're trying to make decisions to either get forward on the river or to hurt people and send them backwards on the river. And then I took that game as part of an assignment, and we just did a variation on it. So again, you're not trying to invent new gameplay, you're just trying to do the same, but a slight twist on it. And then you discover that your ideas are fucking terrible. And a lot of people, when they hear Start Simple, I think that the idea that they have in their head is... so I do this, and then I do this. They have this idea of like, okay, sure, so maybe not an MMO, but just like an RPG, like Dark Souls, you know? They start having these crazy, huge, big, ambitious, gigantic, enormous games. But I mean, literally recreate the first level of Mario with a variation. That's what I'm talking about. Did nothing come out? Did nothing come out of here? Amazing. Oh, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna draw main face. I don't care about anything anymore. Right to each place. Did you do that song with Tracy Fullerton? I sure did. Tracy's the best, man. And so, I mean, like, if you just take any game, like Pac-Man says, simpler than that, recreate Pong. Yeah, recreate Pong with a variation and discover that all of your intuitions about what makes Pong really good is really wrong. Alright, so by the way, the goal that we are trying to do is we're trying to get to our Crucible of the Worlds. So we can get to our Crucible of the Worlds, we can start nuking lands. And then from there, from those types of experiences, you can start to actually do things that are more sophisticated. It's like take for instance the thing that I was saying earlier about like, oh, you know, as a starting point for what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, this is it. Ghost Quarter. Sack to destroy this. No more basics, huh? X equals 4. I can deal with that. Alright. Very nice. Excellent. Okay, so first things first. The Ghost Quarter, this, sack, destroy the Triumph. Perfect. Bang. Star of Extinction. Destroy this. Why would you spend my mana this way? This, and this. What I really want is the black land to get the hell out of there. What is our win condition? Crawling Barrens? Yes, it's Crawling Barrens specifically when they have no mana to do anything about the Crawling Barrens. So that's a dead land. This doesn't do anything for them. Holy shit, I played the second Crawling Barrens like a dumbass. Great. Let's get that one out. I don't know why they don't want to do that. Alright, great. Bam! Excellent. Oh, we are doing it. Very, very nice. What was the black land? It was just a swamp. Very nice. Discard this Abrade. Yeah, what are some other design exercises that I've heard? Alright, so now we have the lock, right? Because we can Memorial to Folly to destroy this. And then replay it again and it enters the battlefield tap. Or Memorial to War, excuse me. Oh, this is how to play Magic. Other design exercises I have heard are things like I think these would be like really valuable. Yeah, I mean, recreate Mario and do the first level with a variation on it. C- says I'm a software developer by trade in my free time. I built Pong and Breakout. Wonderful. Oh, first level simple platformer, vertical scroller shooter. Built a few simple game engines using OpenGLSD2. The programming side of things is a lot easier than good game design IMO. I really struggle to come up with compelling mechanics or gameplay that is worth the time investment to build. Well, okay, here I'm gonna share with you a little day 9 nugget. Okay, so here's a little nugget. Right? Here's a little nugget. I was trying to... Okay, so one of the things that they teach you again and again and again and again and again in any math class, in every math program, is the idea of generalization. Again, I think we automatically lose this matchup every time. But, you know, crossing fingers. So the idea of generalization is if you can prove that this function is, you know, 1-to-1, is there a way to prove that all similar types of functions are also 1-to-1, right? You're trying to prove, you know, or like I see a pattern in 20 different places in the Fibonacci numbers. Can I show that this pattern is true like infinitely many times? You take the idea, you try to generalize it. And so what I was trying to do is I was trying to figure out a generalized description for all the moments in games that make you go, ooh, ah, ooh, oh, that give you this kind of, oh, come on, oh, man, oh, shit. Because there's a lot of those that wind up happening, right? Like, this is someone who is just made an insane shot in Rocket League. Or this is someone who just made an insane shot in Counter-Strike. Or someone who, will they full combo the song in DDR? And this is, as best as I can describe, that feeling of visceral thrill comes from mechanics that involve quick approximation. This is as good as of a description as I can give. Quick approximation, I think, is the key for what's going on there. Yeah, actually. So, for instance, if I take off my shoe, or let's say I take this bottle of contact solution and I'm trying to aim to set it on this desk so that it's sitting up, right? Everyone's played that game where you try to like flip the bottle and make it land on top. You know this one. What makes it fun, I think, is quick approximation. This is the best description that I can come up with. Also, too, where how you get into that really fun, visceral flow state in a choice-based game. Like, no, I don't need that. And when I say choice-based game, it's something like Civilization. I think it's because you are going to this city and you can build one of 4 things. And you go to this city and you can build one of 3 things. And you go to this unit and you can maybe go one of 3 places. In terms of judging, whenever you have make a quick decision here, make a quick decision here, make a quick decision here, your brain is much more acting intuitively as opposed to if I say, in this strategy game, there's one of 400 moves, which one do you want to make? Then people start going into, like, real computation mode. But if you're playing DDR and you're trying to, like, match the button at just the right time to hit the thing, that makes it feel very viscerally thrilling. So, oh, ah, ooh. And I bring this up because often the way that, like, the classic amateur designer thing to do is, okay, this lock is opened with this key, right? So, for instance, here's a monster that has armor, and if you use the mace, you can one-shot people with armor. But if you use the sword, you hardly deal any damage. Okay, now this next monster, it needs fire damage, so you use fire against it. This next monster needs ice, so you use ice against it. Right, you have a problem that has a solution, and you take the solution and you insert it into the problem, and then you've done it, by God. Hopefully I can chew through a bunch of removal. So I think that a lot of times when people think, ooh, I want to come up with some really cool... Awesome. I want to come up with some really cool designs. It's very easy to get into lock and key situations where you're like, okay, well, I'm going to create this problem that is solved with the sword, and this problem that is solved with the dagger, and then this problem that is solved with the XYZ. I actually am going to pass the turn, and then hope to eat a counter, an upkeep before draw. And I want to stress, what I am not saying to you is, if you're in a situation... I'm at any risk of being milled. I'm not saying, if you have one solution to one problem, you try to find multiple solutions to that one problem. That is not what I am saying. What I'm saying is the classic new designer thing to do is to make too much one problem, one solution, one problem, one solution. And a way better starting point is to say, how can I get some kind of quick approximation feeling into the game? Trying to jump and have pseudo-control in the air to try to land on the platformer. That's why platforming's really fun. I see someone talking about Celeste. Yes, Celeste that has its... Oops, I forgot to describe. Celeste that has its incredibly... incredibly nuanced timing of all these different sorts of elements. I'm going to scry right now because I could have an Abrade on the top. I would encourage you to think about mechanics that have some sort of quick approximation elements to it. Celeste is actually a great example of quick approximation all over the place. You're trying to approximate just the right time to jump. You're trying to approximate just how long you have left on the wall before you invariably fall back down again. So some examples, here's some examples of games that I made that were really, really fun in the prototype stage. I made a platformer where you had a gun, and when you fired the gun, it shot out a ball of steam that when it hit something, it would go woof, and it would just push everything around it. So you could jump and fire down and rocket jump up into the air. All the objects in the world had some of them were just fixed platforms, but other ones you would fire the steam gun, and there'd be a little platform hanging, you'd fire it, it would go, which then allowed you to hop onto it. Or you'd have like a seesaw where you'd have to like stand on this end and it would start, and then as this thing was going up, you'd like shoot the steam gun here and it would go like and start to level out again, so you wouldn't wind up falling off. Oh, I don't have enough mana. Well, I guess I can use that, but that's fine. And that felt really good, because... Z-Man says, that makes sense. That style of gameplay relies less on encoded mechanics and more on the player's intuitions. I want to be really specific about what I believe is going on. And again, this is all my own argument. I have never heard anyone else use the quick approximation term. But... the human brain, in other readings that I've done, the human brain has millions of years of evolution. Yeah, I fucked up. Millions of years of evolution getting good at approximating what the heck is going on. I am running through a forest that I've never been in before, chasing after prey that is moving in all sorts of different ways, and I'm stepping over terrain, and I have to quickly kind of judge what the heck is going on if I want to be able to succeed as an organism. And so, approximation is built into our brains, more so than computation and calculation. I mean, even basic things like the ability for me to stand up on two legs, sensing where the various forces of gravity are at any point in time. And I assert that as part of a survival mechanism, wonderful, terrific. As part of a survival mechanism, I believe that we get a lot of pleasure out of doing approximated tasks successfully in a very fundamental lizard brain sort of way. And I mean, and again, this is my generalization of the pattern that I see. So they probably have 1 or 0 counters. That doesn't buy us. Well, so I actually am gonna keep the Crawling Barrens. So I think that if you're trying to think of a mechanic, try to think of like so this now is not going to help us very much. Let's take a look at what's in the bin. Yeah, I'm going to let this resolve. Star of Extinction would have been good. good one. Alright, well. And so I think that if you're trying to come up with a mechanic, some of the ways to create this feeling of quick approximation would be things related to timing, aiming, making decisions under short time pressure, repeated quick decisions. Let's do this, and then this, and then that. Sproinkity doinkity do. Oh yeah, it's perfect, awesome. Okay, let's just take some peeks. Labyrinth of Skophos is actually just the nuts here, man. I don't even know if we have a Crawling Barrens left anymore. There's one. Yeah! Things like judging of distances very quickly, you know. So this is, for instance, again, why do I think Dark Souls combat is really engaging and fun? You have to do a lot of quick approximation. You're going, and there's a window where I can attack. And you're trying to judge about how long they're going to be unable to swing, and maybe you can actually have a good ability to swing in there. It's why being just out of distance of someone stunning you in Dota is really satisfying. Because you're like, oh, and I'm going to go closer. I'm going to back up. Oh, that's really good. Cause a lot of good stuff in here. Would you consider quick time actions? I've never played God of War 3. So do you mean something where like something comes up on the screen and it's like press X as quick as possible? I think it's a little bit. I mean, there's not any input complexity to it, but if something shows up and it's like, all right, you're playing. Hit X as fast as possible. You have 1 second. Like, it is kind of funny to be like, oh fuck, you just hit the button. Like, yeah, I think that description that we just talked about is pretty fun, pretty funny. Fuck! But it's not rich, right? And I want to stress that, alright, well, looks like I've been sniffed out. I want to stress that what I'm saying about quick approximation is different from the complexity of the action. Because, for instance, playing Rock Band on Expert requires a lot of quick... It's just like shitloads of it. But if you sat a new player down, put them on Expert, they wouldn't have a good time. Jareel says, I love Sean talking about this because I can relate to exactly none of it and hate that type of gameplay. I would be surprised if you actually did hate everything that I'm describing. And I don't mean like, I would be surprised as in, oh, isn't that interesting? I mean, I actually would question your self-evaluation in that regard, Jareel. So, like, what are the kinds of games that you love? Alright, so maybe it is just Soul Time. Sword crafting turn-based grand strategy. Yeah, perfect. Great example then is the well, actually, which survival crafting? Let me get clarification on that, and then I'll say in the turn-based grand strategy games, in a lot of grand strategy games, there's a lot of like because I was referencing Civilization before. Well, that sucks. In a game like Civilization, they transitioned away from, here is a building. You can do fac. Transition away from, like, okay, here's a town and you can do 70 billion things at it, into make one small choice at this town, one small choice with this unit, one small choice here. You have your tech tree, you can pick one of 5 things, pick one of those, and one of these, and one of these, and one of these, and one of these. These have shifted away from traditional strategy games like Go or chess, where on an individual turn you actually have a gigantic amount of actions. And this is why I like the phrase quick approximation. Because I feel like it also applies to a lot of these. Let's see if my opponent actually tries to Castle Lochthwain here. Oh, shit. So that's what I mean, because like if you're playing something like a grand strategy game, there's a lot of just like kind of doing one of these, 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 kind of bounce into this, and then bounce this, and bounce into this, and then bounce into this, and then bounce into this, and then bounce into this, and so on and so on and so on and so on. That I think is very pleasing. Oh, Stellaris. Stellaris is a great example. Like Stellaris, you have like this planet make one choice here, this planet make one choice here, and it's the sort of like the feeling of getting in the zone that's very viscerally pleasurable, like I claim, comes from that, which is a separate pleasure than the rational joy of trying to plan out a bunch of stuff. Because the way this discussion began was about, like, you know, hey, where's a good place to start if I'm trying to work on a game? Hey, I'm having a hard time coming up with mechanics. And I started talking about this idea of quick approximation. And my statement is, I think a lot of the visceral thrill stuff that you get comes from quick approximation. That is my assertion. I'm kind of waiting for villain to tap out. Be a good gamer. What I'm not going to assert, though, is that all fun comes from quick approximation. That's not what I'm saying. Drew said I would agree on the approximation part, not the quickness. Why? You're saying that if someone sat down and then just looked and evaluated, and 15 minutes passed and they made a decision, that they'd go, oh, yeah, and have this kind of, oh, shit, kind of reaction? Alright, cool. So we did it on their turn, so they have less mana. So I'm going to finish the previous point I was making. I am not claiming that the only place that fun comes from is quick approximation. There's plenty of fun in terms of calculation over a long period of time. I found incredible joy and satisfaction from spending a long amount of time thinking, reflecting, debating between various decision points in Starcraft. Looking at replays, counting things, timing. So, and here's what I'll say for any of you that are trying to be like, and what is meant by quick, and how do we define quick in terms of this? Do you mean like this? Do you mean like this? I mean this as a lens, as a very straightforward lens. I'm not describing it as a steadfast definition. And anytime people start asking me about, well, what do you mean? Would it be fair to this, that sort of thing? I'm just speaking using some basic English to convey an idea. And my favorite thing to bring up here is if I said to you, don't build your house in the middle of the ocean. You could say, well, Sean, where does the land end and the ocean begin? I mean, I see the Tide doing all sorts of stuff. Are you trying to assert to me that, you know, like, where exactly on the beach does it end, you know? Like, we see waves coming and growing, you know. And, you know, I would just say, look, ignore the beach. Do you see the land over there? Do you see the ocean over here? If you took a house from there and put it way over there, it would definitely sink to the fucking bottom of the ocean. Here's how I would start to navigate this. I am not saying that all fun comes from quick approximation. I'm not saying. I'm saying that it's a type of fun that you can get comes from this. And so if I then am a designer who's trying to sit down and go, man, what would be a fun mechanic for me to make at all? I should then start to go, okay, well, if I want to get some thrilling stuff, I could go with quick approximation-y type things. What's, I think, very valuable about this statement that I am making is that it is an actionable statement. Oh, not like this? What the fuck? Oh, I wanted to... Oh, whatever. I thought I highlighted differently. You know, I'm just going to do this now. Oh, wow, that's really good news. There's other types of fun people have. General power growth in a game. It's fun to just grow in power. It's fun to have struggled against something and then to crush something. It is fun to be surprised. There's lots of different ways to do things. But a lot of times when people... a lot of the game design tips and heuristics and shit that I've read over the years often don't help me, the designer, make decisions. And that's what I like about this quick approximation thing. Like, there's been a number of times where I mean, take Straits of Danger, the thing that we were working on with Big Bang, where I was like, okay, how do you actually create more instances of rewarding quick approximation in this game? How do you do that? And this is where the emphasis on physics and a highly reactive ship and a real sort of clumsiness to everything, because it makes you kind of with a lot of your stuff a lot of the time. Alright, well, this is great. Can't do anything there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. So we'll drown our opponent in card advantage. So I know that there's tons of other different joys, tons of other things that exist in lots of these other games that will make them be fun. But again, if you're trying to be like, I am a brand new game designer, I want to try to make my game more fun. How should I do that? I feel like this is a good place to go. Activate. Really confused me as to why I know 14/14 Barrens attack there. Black mana fatal push. GG. Black mana fatal push. And I only have 2 of these puppies. Plus I knew it. Oops, I didn't mean to pass through that, but you know, what can you do? Alright. Seems okay. I'm not good at target as any. I want to try to get a little bit more value out of this because I'm a greedy boy. Frankly, I kind of like just calmly chilling a little bit on this. Can I just play this? I don't know if we're actually going to be able to choke them out on land soon. I mean, they just didn't do anything for, like, ever. I'm almost baffled by this game. Z Magnus just gifted 10. Man, we gave such a complete answer that Z Magnus was like, more people need to talk to Day 9 about stuff. Oh, he was giving examples of like the quick approximation-y thing. Yeah, so I really liked the game Lemmings, where in Lemmings you had a whole bunch of little tiny monsters. Shit, I don't know how to count. You had a whole bunch of little tiny dudes that would just wander aimlessly until you gave them a command. Like, you are a climber now. And now, as it was automatically moving forward, when it hit a wall, it would climb up. And then you'd be like, I'm a builder. And he'd immediately start building a staircase directly in front of him. And so on and so forth. Really, really, really fun game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, let's not do this. Alright, let's... Okay, nice. Where? Star of Extinction. This one, please. And so sort of inspired by this, me and Lee made a game called Pillow Fight, which we've talked about before, where a bunch of neutral creatures would spawn and just kind of had a default behavior. They were little pillows. They would hop around. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see here. This has black, black, black. Just trying to get rid of black mana sources so we can attack. And you control the spaceship that had different guns that, when fired at the pillows, would change their properties or do something to them. So there was a magnet gun. You'd fire and it would go like brrrr, and it would like spray, and whenever it hit a pillow, that pillow would flip direction and jump. Oh yeah, I forgot to say the win condition. There's pillows on the battlefield. You're a spaceship shooting at the pillows. Anytime you got a pillow walks into the enemy's goal, you get a point. So, for instance, if you cause an explosion that knocked 10 in, you'd get like 10 points. It would go like brrrring, and you get a bunch of combos. And feathers would explode all over the screen. It was really fun. Missed it. What can you do? Alright, so we do this. Yeah, I'm going to take a peek. What do we got? So we will definitely 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be fine. Well, okay, we'll have to just pump this up one more, and then we can just swing in for the kill. Okay, so in Pillow Fight, there were pillows that were neutral that would spawn. You'd have a spaceship that you could shoot at the pillows with, and you were trying to get pillows to go into their goal to score points. So you could shoot the magnet gun at the pillow, which would then magnetize it, and it would jump towards the enemy's goal and away from your goal. You had a jump gun, which, if it hit a pillow, it would just take a huge leap up into the air and jump forward. If you had the freeze gun and you shot a pillow, it would freeze wherever it was. If it was airborne, it would literally lock in the air. And then the last one was the bomb gun that you would fire, and when it hit, it would explode and just cause a giant... just a huge detonation that would knock all the pillows around. Lots of fun. So, some of the things that were accentuated based upon this, model that I've shared. Overgrown tomb enters tapped. Very nice. Like the jump gun that made it jump way into the air would suddenly cause a fairly stable, static-looking thing to just have a little, and you react to try to hit the button and shoot with the freeze gun. It was actually like super, super fun. And it's funny, there were actually some super broken strategies at first. Like you could fly really high and just blast the magnet gun from afar, and it would just like hit every single pillow. Something to reduce the range of the magnet gun's bullets. Okay, so we are going to now Storm's Wrath to take out this. We then use this ability to kill this. Choking him out. Lee was actually texting me earlier. It's like, we should spend 3 days remaking this. I've never done multiplayer, and... Whoa! Whoa, easy there, cool guy. Well, as punishment, I would like to have you deal with this in a turn. Okay, very good. Tails End's me. I fucking played Crucible of Worlds. Tails End has become very, very popular. Is of late. No black mana, there's just not a lot of hope for Wisma. But I think that if I were ever trying to make, okay, here's a game that I've talked about before that's rooted in this idea of, quick approximation is visceral fun, but I like a lot of thinky style games, such as Magic the Gathering.
I shall miss your company.
I'll talk about this idea of a physics strategy game, where it's like you and your opponent have turns, where first you have money to build little parts of that look like a pinball machine, effectively. Where's our cage? Dude, it doesn't even matter. This Wisma's dead. Bop. Tails End. Tight. We're winning. We spent all day losing, and now we're winning. Yeah, where you'd have a round where you'd have money, and you'd choose to build little things, like flippers that could knock things away, or power generators that you could then use to build more things around, and maybe there's a way to like gain resources on the map. But then you'd have a gameplay round where you would be trying to fire off little pinballs all over the place, and various types of balls to shoot at your opponent. Maybe you have like a little ship that moves around, fires pinballs around. You're trying to like aim the pinball to bounce around. I think it would be fucking sick, because you'd have this little strategy side, and you have the very obviously fun gameplay side. Oh, Gigantha, Gigantha, Gigantha. Alright. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. That's my answer, Z Magnus. Aether Spell Bomb. What? Alright, I'm gonna wait. Alright. Okay, so we are getting big very fast. It's actually kind of funny. We have a much more limited set of hand destruction or land destruction tools, but the rest of the deck is really trying to be the shell to support it. I really don't know what the Aether Spell Bomb is doing here. But Villain has definitely missed some land, so I fully intend on nuking this Hinterland Harbor very soon. No land one time. Ah! Damn it. Crap. Alright. I really don't know what an Aether Spell Bomb's doing here. kind of feel like we've done it, right? We kind of have all the stuff that we want. We have a bunch of land. We have a bunch of answers. We have some Abrades. There's artifacts. Dude, the more eternal, the older the format, the way more broken artifacts become, huh? What up, Uro? This guy's got a fucking handful of Uros, man. What a bastard. What the hell's that thing doing there? Get out. Let me actually just cycle this to see if I can get like another land. Alright, that's cool. It's cool. So it says, yeah, it's like when some terrible jank artifact comes out in standard and it's like, this destroys vintage. Yeah, it's just like, I don't understand these formats anymore. It doesn't make any sense. Should probably shoot that one, huh? Yeah, I main deck a bunch of these, man. Can you imagine if I just peel Haphazard Bombardment from the top, like right now? Oof. Santa Claus is coming to town. Some sort of weird eggs deck? I don't know, Tolarian's gone. I got no idea. Lockwass says, man, we playing Historic Big Red. We've been playing Historic Land Destruction for about 3 hours now. It's been awesome. Maybe 3 or 4. Welcome, Uro! Oh, look, it deleted all the other Uros for me. This is terrific. The fact the artifacts are left in gives me a little bit of pause, you know what I mean? Well, there's 2 ways this can go. One is that this gets blocked, and then I can kill it with Storm's Wrath. The other is it doesn't get blocked, I deal the damage, and then I get to do what I want to do anyways. It's amazing. Didn't know Land Destruction was a valid archetype? Well, when it started, it was rough, but we kept iterating until now we've really, really ruined someone's day. And I'm really happy to say that. I'm happy to see this, and I'm just a happy person. Crucible of Worlds would just kind of shut the game down right now. PETA's had a terrible land draw time. And we've totally fucking harmed him.
I would like to test a new hypothesis with you. I think you will find my notes helpful.
Oh, so someone's trying to go infinite. Jesus.
You're making it difficult to work.
It looks a little weird, but I think it's the move. This is the Kethis combo deck. It's looking a little bit like it. Obviously, our play is to just draw a Haphazard Bombardment and, like a, you know, Star of Extinction, and just kind of win that way. So, we'll see how it goes. It might go great, it might go terrible. We're going to find out soon enough. Looking a little Paradox engine-y. Yes, I love to see those results. I'm just singing Santa Claus is coming to town because I'm in a mood, baby. Da, 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 da. Yeah. I think I will. so bang, kabam, do one of these. Roasty woasty. Do one of these.
I will not
Whoosh.
stand for such violence.
I will not stand for such violence, baby. I should have let it pass a turn, but you know, I do have some Star of Extinctions in the deck. Star, Haphazard Bombardment, they're all good. Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't play it from... Oh. Well, I do declare. Man, I'm gonna start smashing some Tormod's crypt action, man. Yeah, alright! Oh, it's so awesome! And our opponent no longer has enough blue to cast it. It's a thing of beauty, man. Not enough blue. It's so good. Oh, you hate to see it. Well, you know, I still have one more Star of Extinction in here. It's really going to come down to that Haphazard Bombardment. The day does feel quite bad, though.
All stories must end.
Show me what I got. Mind Stone, not a chance. Not a chance in the pants. All in all, I would consider myself quite lucky to still be in this game. My opponent has not gone infinite, but I do need to be very careful about when I do get like an Abrade. I need to really respect the Abrade, you know? You hang on to that for a long time. Oh, where were you a million years ago, you butthead? Players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. I think that actually about closes it up, huh? I'm doing it now, I don't care. Oh! Haphazard Bombardment. After we finish tuning this deck, we've been winning most of our games, actually. And I know this because we were at Platinum 4, no wins, and now we're at Platinum 4, bunch of wins. Almost Platinum 3. Oh, gosh, do you think that Uro should be banned in Historic and other formats? Yes. Yes, I do. I think Uro as a card has been very painful for Standard and Historic. Does Dana just lost? I don't think so. I don't believe so. I'm not 100% on that, but I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if the Grafdigger's Cage of ours does die, that's where things get a little pickly. Yeah, no, we'll draw a card. That seems very nice. Kind of wish I had my last Star of Extinction. I am kind. I can't believe it's not butter. How do they ban cards from Historic? I don't know. Blackwatch says, I feel like Historic is a much more ban-shy format. I feel like it's that Standard was ridiculously, stupidly, out of control ban-heavy. That's what I feel like actually happened. It's the most ban-heavy format that has ever existed in the history of Magic. Sack the Grafdigger's Cage. Wow, I mean, Shatterskull Smashing, that's really gonna do some business here. this and this. Why not?
Farewell, and thank you.
Peace out, and GG. Pat John Martin, 90-month streak. Since wow, 90 months already? Seems like just yesterday I was watching the Fun Day Mondays. Good old times. Good old times. And now we're just degenning clown mode magic in our final week. It's looking a lot like tomorrow is going to be per Aspera. Per Aspera. Look at the top 5 cards and put them on the... Yeah. Lumos says, any game recommendations with similar vibes to Outer Wilds? No, it says SE2 just a mostly dead game as far as esports goes now. No, it's been, I think the last like 3 years have been its best years. It's actually incredibly stable. And actually, Koreans and non-Koreans are now incredibly close in terms of skill. It's actually kind of funny in terms of the history of StarCraft 2 and why I think community management and community communication is so important. StarCraft 2 has had an absolute rock-solid player base. Very awesome. It's had a rock-solid player base for, like, its entire existence. Like, right after Wings of Liberty, where everyone thought was, like, the highest compared to Legacy of Void, it's been like, just flat rock-solid. But what did happen is that there were a lot of tournaments and content creators that stopped doing tournaments and content for the game. Now, I stopped because the kind of content I did was, like, very hardcore, work-intensive, like, Paradox Engine or Sky Sovereign. Yeah, I think we're just gonna destroy Sky Sovereign. Yeah, that seems like the right play to do. Let's do this. Get this out here. Yeah, let's just start bombarding stuff. Let's do this, 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 and this. But I know a lot of the tournaments were saying things like, they were saying there were problems with the game. Oh, StarCraft 2 is just, you know, the player base is dropping, viewership's going, so, you know, we had to move on to games that weren't dying and shit like this. When really, the player base was fine. The viewership did peak in Wings of Liberty and sort of come back to a more normal... I mean, did what a lot of viewership does, which it does this, and then it goes down, and then it starts to just do this. Assuming the game is solid, it does this. You know, like what League did, or it should have chosen Engine Amber with the Bombardment. Why? Why would I have done that? Oh shit! Because they can blow this up with a oh fuck! All right, well, let's get this one. We might now be dead. I forgot the blast zone could blow up. That's what I should have done. I should have. They can make a lot of mana with it. That doesn't matter. What matters is that they can't cast things from the graveyard. If they can't cast things from the graveyard, we win. But now that they can do that, we lose. So the way this Paradox Engine list works is it gets to a point where it can create infinite mana to do nothing more than recur a Chromatic Sphere. And then what happens is, on the turn, you just loop infinitely until your deck is empty, and then you play Jace and win. So, I was kind of tuned out of the game because I knew I had won, because this deck runs no ways to interact with Grafdigger's Cage, except the Blast Zone, of course, and I fucked up and killed. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of talk about StarCraft being a dead game and totally, it's like, it's collapsed and everything's terrible. And, like, I didn't know about StarCraft 2's rock-solid playership numbers until Total Biscuit tweeted it out. And I was like, oh, huh. And so I think that, like, because there was not a strong and substantive pushback against that idea, it sort of went out of control because, man, like, StarCraft 2 is dying, and then Blizzard, please tell us StarCraft 2 isn't dying. Silence. Ah! Everything's terrible. StarCraft 2 died in my lap this morning. Oh, shoot. Shoot, crap, crow. Whatever. And that was kind of funny because anytime, and actually I kind of go back and forth on the idea of sharing a lot of information publicly. Like, for instance, if you have a game that has, like Dota 2, that has a shitload of people playing Dota 2. Sorbidity says, SE2 needs good use map settings. Games, LOL, the arcade was a big fail. The arcade is incredibly popular. It's, like, incredibly popular. I totally thought that it was not doing great. It's doing fucking fantastically. Like, holy shit. Mono red. Good lord. How do we win? Alright, well, okay, get me out of this game. We're screwed. We're screwed. Sweltering Suns don't help us. We don't have the mana to cast them. That's fine. Hey. Ghost Quarter provides an untapped land. Nice. I'm always going to forget that. I'll never remember it, just so you know. So in that way, Sweltering Suns doesn't help us at all. I always forget I can Ghost Quarter myself. Blow up my own shit to get my own shit. It's a weird kind of mana fixing. Cece! Hi! Hello! Oh! Do you want to come be on the camera? Hi, buddy. She doesn't really jump up. She's like a very genteel doggy. Hi. Oh, we need some scritches. Oh, it's my little buddy. It's my little buddy, Cece. Hey, little seesaw. Hi, sweetheart. Hello. Oh, she is such a big girl. She's been putting on a lot of weight. Great news. No! We want our CC happy and healthy. Do you want to come over here? Alright, we're getting lots of scritches. She likes to just jam her little dog butt towards me and I give her little butt scritches. She's a big, big fan of that. Obosh the Prey Piercer. Okay, so is this one of these ramp up to a giant ultimatum kind of decks kind of things? You know, maybe, huh? Hi, Cece. Oh, you're such a good dog. We had to give her a bath this morning. She did not like that at all. Baths are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and next week it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the next week I think it's just Monday, Wednesday, Friday on repeat. Cece. Ah, fuck, my dog is absolutely awesome. I love my dog. I love my dog. Oh, my dog. Oh, I love my dog. That's how we say it in Kansas. Oh, I love my dog. Hey, anyone doing any cool projects right now? Anyone working on some shit for fun? Yes, welcome. Your brazen borrower. It's a lot of baths for a dog. Yeah, she has a skin infection. Some random skin infection whose name I don't remember, and she has a staph infection. Buck says, Dan, do you think it's too late to get into SC2? Depends on what you mean by that, but the game is fun as hell. I mean, if you're looking for a way to get into it, I recommend co-op Command. Coming in. They fall for it every time. Has her outlook improved at all? Nope. Really, it's just about giving the dog great quality of life, treating her heartworm, the worms in her lungs, her skin infections. Hello! Oh, hi! Oh, this is my dog. You want to come up? Hey, do you want to come up here? No, not at all. Not at all. She's looking at me like I'm weird. Woo! Hi. Oh my god, you're so cute. Oh, yeah. Oh, my dog. My god, my dog is incredible. Alright, so we do this first. Bang. Do this second. Bang. She's trotting about. Ooh. Oh my god, Bubblegum Gas wouldn't say it's for fun, but Sean, for my masters, I'm modeling a character based on a movie. A brief similar to Killzone theme, and also adding effects to the or simulation effects to the scene. Man, that's awesome. So this is 4, 1, 2. So we like do this and this, and I like blow up this, and then that's good, and then I can shit on this guy. Fine. Hey, you okay? You okay, little buddy? We're exploring. You scouting? Hi. Oh my god, my dog is just like very, very curious. I'm getting some pain here. What are you thinking? Lots of sniffling going on. Big sniffling energy. Perfect. Was this a rerun? Yoso Yvelella. No, this is live. We're live, not live. What are you doing? What are you knocking over? Hi. Yeah, you're not in trouble. Everything's okay. I actually worry that someone may have abused this little doggy before, because sometimes you go to pet her and she does that, and then you start petting her little tail. Starts wagging. Hi, sweetie. Hello. Ah, fuck, I'm gonna go pet my dog after this, man. I'm gonna go on maybe a little dog walk. Ooh, yeah, some dog walking action. You put your dog on camera. I got my camera in kind of a locked position, and it's a bit awkward to do right now. All right, we see the Simic colors. Nothing? Awesome. You love to see someone missing land when your full goal is to blow that shit up. Oh. Alright, let's just start. Let's just start popping stuff. I can stay on the ground also. It's true. It's true. Okay, so went for the forest. So it's probably just pure Simic colors. You know, call me a spoiled bear, but... Alright, this is our last game, I guess. This might be a similar Paradox engine deck, but I mean, I see the planes. I see the planes and Spains. Working on any projects at the moment. I'm interested in what Lee suggested, which is like spending a few days just rebuilding Pillow Fight. But I mean, all the projects you sort of seen on air. There's the Gauntlet 2.0, quite a big one. So this must be Bant. Didn't I just... I actually think it's important enough. Get it down. So, I'm not 100% sure what my opponent is. Like, there's not enough to suggest that it's Sultai, and I obviously see the white land. So, I mean, I'm probably thinking some kind of, like, Bant control thing. Oh!
Shelter in my stewardship. Harness the elements.
I mean, yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, I'll put it on top. It's fine. Absolutely put it on top. Don't know why I wouldn't. Oh, she has splooted. She has splooted down. Ah. I don't know what the white land is for. Maybe it's a Simic deck that's instead of running Sultai type goodness. Okay. It's Sultai. I mean, it has to be that there's another Aether Gust in the hand. How could it be anything else?
The land shall conquer you.
I don't know why my opponent wasn't getting black at any point. White is the less important land. Okay, so Villain just did not get the Aether Gust, is what this is saying to us. Because they didn't want to play an additional land and wind up losing much more. Alright, well, let's just start nuking Landos. Terrific. Just spectacular. This is great. Do this to try to get land first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. Alright. I don't know how many more basics are in here, but can't be much more. Yeah, it's a very, very good hand. Alright, I will do one more. I mean, that game was just too satisfying. I think our deck owns Sultai, like a lot. Alright, Alpha Ray. Castle Embereth, no problem. Easy, trivial. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh shit, this is the color combination I do not want to see. Ooh. Alright, let's put some stops here. So we're probably gonna go down to like 5 or so. No, not a chance. Not a chance. Welcome, Elfie boy. Oh yeah, you love to see it. Oh yeah. I'll just do this now because all I want to do is get a land on top. Alright, that'll do fine. I mean, it's not the best, like, it's not like the ideal land, but, you know, it's a land. It's a land, certainly. Oh, shit. Oh! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then just nothing. Just like, literally, like, the turn's done. I keep feeling like I was, like, something didn't scribe. Oh, yes. This might not even be our last one. Because, I mean, these games are just, like, they're over so fast. And are yet so satisfying. One more turn. Fine, I may as well get more counters on this. Don't really need to draw anything. Don't really need to do anything. Stream is going through full Civ playthrough. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't even understand what villain possibly has. Maybe some weird instant speed shit. I'm gonna get ready to play around, So it could be the case that there is, well, okay, there's nothing that, I don't know. I have no idea what's even going on. I don't know. I don't know. Collect your pelts. Don't need to. That's a good hand. Why is that the way you want to do it? Have I done land yet? No, let's get that one down. Nice, easy. She's sitting on her bed. Nice! Picking off Castle Embereth. So we want to shoot pre-combat. And then we see what's going on. Okay, let's just, you know, shoot this one. It's totally fine. Just get that one out of there. Not gonna kill it, that's for sure. Oh, yes. Oh my god, yeah. Alright. This is actually the best way to win. Oh my god, this is just the very most fun possible. The very most. Say yes to the quest. Send him down to no mana o'clock. I love this card so much. It's just a huge explosion. That's the card. That's the mechanic. Tap however you want, game. I don't care anymore. I'm just too happy. Oh, it's so good they're gonna go down to 2. Oof. You know what? I don't care. Auto pay. Doesn't matter. Don't need more cards. I'm winning. It's gonna pick one. It's gonna get the red because I'm too lucky. This is amazing. This is amazing. Problem with Ghost Quarter is it reads that they have to search their library for a basic land to put onto the battlefield. That sucks. This is why I like Memorial to War. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing one more. One more game. I need Strip Miner Ashiok. Oh, that's so funny. Destroy the land and Ashiok doesn't let you search for other lands? Oh, yeah. Yeah, this will do just fine. Lurus of the Dream Den with a Grafdigger's Cage? Oh, yeah. Russian Ally says, yo, I'm going to be so sleepy tomorrow, but this is awesome. Ah! Where are you from again, Russian Ally? I know you told me. I just can't seem to remember at all. Oh my god, no. Oh, oh, it's fucking terrible. Alright, well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this guy's gonna draw a billion cards. I don't know how I can beat this. It's too powerful. Argentina. Land of Great Meat Tango and Weird Green. Well, because that's what I thought that you were from South America as per prior conversation. But, like, you know, I just get all damn confused. Well, you know, I guess I'll pass and just accept the damage here. Because, I mean, like, is bedtime for you right now? Or is Argentina East Coast time? What's your time zone? What time is it in Argentina? Does anyone know? Are there clocks in Argentina? I think no one knows for sure. GMT -3? Really? Is that really that far east? I guess so. Wow. You know, it's actually funny. I've never looked at a map in terms of time zones and thought about that. Like, my understanding of basically non-American and non... Actually, it's Africa, Eastern Europe, South America that I don't have a lot of good sensations of what the time is. I mean, it's actually... I just looked... Like, South America is way farther east time zone-wise than I would have thought. I know that, like, vaguely South America is positioned east of North America. But I don't know, like, to what degree. I don't teach geography in terms of time zones. Or Sean says, to be fair, a lot of times they're just us humans being like, well, this feels about right, and drawing lines on a map. It's true, it's true. It's true, it's true, it's true. Curious Obsession. Oh, you fuckface. I'm blocking this shit. Got him. Creatures! Entering the battlefield or dying don't cost things to trigger. Okay. Yup. Hi. Watch this. I'm not even going to target any of these. This? Oh, I can't target it because it's a fucking enchantment. Aye! Shit! Oh my god! It can't target the all side of Life's Bounty because it's not a... Ooh, let's see. We're... Oh, Jesus, this is really bad news. Wham bam. No thank you, SRAM. So we're gonna go to 7. Ugh. I think we just need Storm's Wrath, and that's the only one that works. That really screws us. Ugh. Alright. I'm a fine young man, and my favorite thing to do is to YOLO. On you. Doesn't really do anything. Alright. Chances of hitting 2 lands is actually quite high. There's a 0% chance that we live here. Alright. He's styling on us. That's that. Now that we've hit a devastating ending, now we're going to end. I'm out! I'm gonna go eat, drink, and be merry or some shit. And then, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, where tomorrow we're gonna be playing Per Aspera, which is a colony simulation game set on Mars. And then on Thursday, we might do Dota, we might not. I have no idea, but either Thursday or Friday we're gonna do Dota, because the new Dota patch drops Thursday morning, allegedly. But Purge needs to do his 70-hour patch review. If he finishes early, I'll play Dota with him. Then Friday we're going to do some sort of early, or some sort of AMA type thing, and then Saturday is going to be the Team Liquid Star League. Goodbye, you beauties.